Hello again, everybody. This is Derek, and I am coming back at you with another Wargaming and miniature video. And in today's video, we're going to start a brand new series called What Have I Done? And what it is me finishing some miniatures for my eBay store. This is not a personal project video. These are not miniatures that I'm going to be keeping in my collection. These are miniatures that I specifically set out to paint for my eBay store. So if you're looking to pick up some of these miniatures, check out my eBay store. And yeah, all right. So what have I done? Well, these are almost all offensive miniatures, U.S. D-Day Paratroopers. There is a smattering of West Wind models, and I'll let you know when we come across those. Most of the basing is done on wooden bases, maybe from Litco. Or if it's an individual figure, it's probably based on a 1-inch fender washer. The fender washers really help out with the balance so the figures don't fall over. But also, if you store your figures in a tray, you could always line your tray with a magnet and it'll just stick right to it. All right, so what we're showing off first is a medium machine gun team. Loader, gunner, and spotter. All right, this next team we're showing off is the 60 millimeter mortar or light mortar. Now, normal line infantry, you'd have 3 crew members, but the paratrooper version of the 60 millimeter only has 2 crew members. Also, being offensive miniatures. All right, next set. All right, now here's 2 mortars. Both of these are from West Wind. These are the West Wind 80 millimeter mortars. Each one is its own individual lot. So you can bid on this one or bid on this one. All right, now this is kind of the same thing. We got a 2-man bazooka team, and I have 2 lots. So if you're looking for a bazooka team, you know, depending on the poses or the style that you want, there you go. And these will be up on my eBay store. And I always put them up. I always put all my initial models up on auction. And then after a couple of weeks, if they don't sell, then what I'll do is I'll transition them into a buy it now. And just so you know, I set the starting bid lower than I want it to sell, hoping that that'll spark interest and maybe start people bidding. But when I move it to buy it now, I set it to the normal sale price, which it's going to be higher than the auction price. So you can get it cheaper if you catch it while it's on auction. All right, now here's kind of a cool little set. This is 3 individually based miniatures, but it's a medium machine gun team redeploying. You got the medium machine gun, you got the assistant gunner, which is carrying the tripod, and then you've got an ammo bearer, which has ammo and an extra ammo can. All right. All right, so now we got a sniper an individual sniper. You would need a second model to be his spotter, but you can use any paratrooper model for that. All right, that was Sniper 1, and this is Sniper 2. He's got kind of a poncho that he's thrown over his body. Got his scope, his rifle. He's like aiming down the sights. You might have noticed that the Sniper number 1 had an HBT, or herringbone twill, green pants, where this guy has the field drab wool pants. All right. And now we're looking at Sniper number 3. Now, so far, all these snipers are West Wind models. They came out of a pack of snipers. It looks like he's got the field drab wool pants as well. But it looks like he's carrying a musette bag on his side. I wasn't sure if I was going to paint him up as a paratrooper, because the majority of these models are paratroopers, but he's got gaiters on, so I made him a line infantry guy. He doesn't have the jumpsuit on. And there's our 4th sniper. He looks like he's set up for winter. He's got a winter coat on, and he's leaning forward into the shot. All of these are West Wind models, Berlin or bust. All right, now this is the 5th West Wind sniper, Berlin or bust. He's got a wool cap on, and he's got his goggles, and he's also carrying a musette bag. Looks like it's overstuffed. And he's got his herringbone twill, or HBT pants. So he's straight off the beaches. All right, now the final sniper team is actually the offensive miniatures, and this is actually a sniper team with the sniper and a spotter, and the spotter has binoculars, and sniper is kind of just waiting for a target. Now this model is carrying a submachine gun. He could be used as an NCO or an officer as well. You can intermix these with your squad, or you can use them as your sniper team as I'm selling them. All right, back to West Wind. This is a flamethrower. He's got the browns, and he's got a bandolier over his face, because flamethrowers can get really hot. This is the 2nd flamethrower. Now remember, flamethrower teams in bolt action need a second man tagging along, so you can use any of your other figures to be his assistant. He doesn't have to be anything special. And there you have it, the 3rd flamethrower from West Wind. West Wind sells their figures under Berlin or bust. That's their World War II line. Now, Offensive Miniatures has this special model here where you have a buddy carrying his his buddy, and who's got a wounded leg. And he's carrying a fireman carry over to the med aid station. And he's carrying a Thompson. This reminds me of that one NCO in The Longest Day who goes and gets his LT and carries him back to the aid station and then puts a gun to the doctor's head and says, "Take a look at him." That's what that reminds me of. And there's a medic with a stretcher and stretcher bearer. Again, you can always add a couple of extra figures with them if you want to increase your medic, because the medic can have, I think he can have up to 2 additional men as part of the medic team. All right, now we have a walkie-talkie. This is a guy with a one of the handheld walkie-talkies. I went ahead and added an antenna using fishing line to make it, look appropriate or, realistic. All right. And here's the other radio man. He's got a backpack radio, and I did the same thing. I added some fishing line to give him a whip antenna. Great for a spotter, FO, or just one of the guys that goes along with your officers, because your officers can have additional men in their squad. Okay, so I've got 3 models here, sold separately. I have them designated as officers. Now this guy's a special officer, but he's got a German helmet in his hand. But he's still a paratrooper, and he's wearing a leather jacket, so I'm not sure which special character he would be. But this guy's just Thompson walking, and then this guy's pointing with his hands. Got a lot of magazines on his chest. Yeah, officers 1, 2, and 3. All right, now this is the first squad. You have a NCO with a Thompson. Everyone else is a rifleman, unless there is a squad automatic weapon, which there might be. In this case, there's a BAR. The riflemen might be M1 Garands, but they also might be the carbines. What I tried to do is spread them out pretty evenly amongst the squads. So that's squad 1. All right, so this is squad 2, which also has a BAR and a Thompson NCO. Now you'll notice that all of the paratrooper squads are 6 men, because in bolt action you can start off with an NCO and 5 men, and then you can add up to 6 more men. So if you wanted to use 2 of these groups and form a full-size squad, you could. You might check your army list to double check to see if you're allowed to have 2 BARs. If you're not, then maybe not choose 2 squads that have BARs in them. Because I do have kind of a mix, and you'll get to see all that in just a second. All right, now this is squad 3. Now, Squad 3 also has a BAR and an NCO with a Thompson. The rest are riflemen. All right, and this is the 4th squad with a BAR and Thompson, of course. But you can see there is carbine. Guy over here looks like he's putting a clip in, a stripper clip. Other guys just running. Now you'll notice that the majority of these models do not have the green patches on their elbows or knees, but there are a few of them that do. You'll also notice that a good amount of them have the black patch of the 101st on their shoulders. Well, that was molded into the offensive miniature model, so I went ahead and painted it black. All right, that was Squad 4. All right, now this is Squad 5, and you might notice that he doesn't have a BAR. He's actually got a machine gun. Yeah, so you can equip your squads with machine guns. Technically, if you had a squad with a BAR and then a squad with a machine gun, you could put them together because you're allowed to have a machine gun and a BAR. I do believe in the Army list. But you should double check before you bid on any of these. All right, so we got Squad 6 here, also with a machine gun, but in this case, the machine gunner is prone, and his assistant has a belt of ammo that he's feeding to him, also prone. And I went ahead and put them on pill bases. Anytime there's a prone figure like that, I tend to put them on pill bases. I don't like putting them on horse bases or square bases, squared off. I like the rounded edges. You know, you've got the fender washer, but the pill bases are wooden from Litco. Also with a Thompson. Okay, double checking. Now he doesn't have a musette bag, it looks like. Well, neither does he, neither does he. Only him and these two guys. Okay. Well, that was squad number 6. There's only one more. All right, this is the last squad. I labeled it as the engineer squad. There is a Thompson right there, right? And a guy with a hand grenade. He's getting ready to toss it. There's a guy here with a demolition charge in his hand. There's a guy here. Looks like he's got his musette bag is on the ground, getting something out of it. This guy looks like he's preparing a grenade. So yeah, there are a bunch of cool poses in this squad. Engineer squad. All right, that was the last squad of what I finished this week. Look forward to the Fallschirmjägers next week, and then British Paras in the week after that. All offensive miniatures. I'm doing an offensive miniature line right now. So remember, if you want to pick these up, go to my eBay store. The first 2 weeks that I put them up, they'll be on auction. And then after that, I'm going to convert them to buy it now. And when I set it to buy it now, then I put it to the expected sale price. So take advantage of that. And if you want me to paint models for you, you can always contact me at my email address, where I will show you a price sheet where you can decide if my prices are acceptable for you. All right, well, thank you for coming out and checking out this video. And in the next few days, look for the poultry makers. All right, I'll catch you in the next one.